Greetings and welcome back to the For Health Scholars channel. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. My name is Dr. Orobosa, and on this channel, I show current and aspiring health professionals how to one, quickly and successfully earn their degrees, and two, how to start, build, and enjoy profitable careers within the business side of the healthcare industry. Now, today you're in for a treat because I'm exploring the role of a healthcare database administrator. Now, many people think of this role in any other industry except healthcare, but it's definitely a role that is very much prevalent in the healthcare tech space. But before I jump into today's conversation, here's a few words from our sponsor. Greetings, Health Scholars. Today's episode is sponsored by my course, which is titled From Healthcare Graduate to Hire. Now, let me ask you a few questions. Are you a professional looking to work in the healthcare industry? Or are you a current healthcare professional looking to pivot within the healthcare industry? If you just answered yes to one of the two questions I just asked, guess what? This course is right for you, and here's why. The For Healthcare Graduate to Hire course is a video program dedicated to giving you a detailed strategy and actionable steps for implementation that will take you from healthcare graduate to job seeker to hired. In addition, in this course, I'll be sharing my stories and the different job opportunities that I've had and how I landed those jobs, as well as giving you access to the top strategies I have provided over 100 plus professionals that have helped them either land their first, next, or dream healthcare job. Now, what can you expect from the course? Well, let's have a look inside. In this course, you'll get access to a variety of video modules, and the first one is really prepping you for your job hunting process. In the job hunting process, we're going to talk about a strategy that everyone needs because strategy is key in helping you get hired. In addition, I'm going to go over some of the essential documents that you need to help you in the job hunting process to grab the attention of hiring managers. And it's not just your resume and cover letter. We're also going to show you how to prepare for the interview and how to transition from different industries into the healthcare field. We'll also talk about networking and how to connect with recruiters, which leads me to some of the course bonuses that I will be giving out in this course. So the first bonus is that you'll get access to an exclusive recruiter directory in which will have the name and contact information of different recruiters that you can connect one-on-one and work with them, which can help you in your job hunting process. Another course bonus is that you'll get access to the For Health Scholars job board, in which we'll be hosting and featuring jobs that are hiring like right now. Also, each month you can go live with me via the monthly live Q&A sessions in which you can ask questions that you may have about the course or about just your job hunting process and how to get hired quickly, because getting hired is the name of the game. So the course is now open. I encourage you to register today. I am running a very special promo, okay, in efforts to get you hired. 'Tis the season to getting paid. So once again, thank you for watching today's video. And until next time, cheers to getting hired. All right, so we are back. And as I stated, today's conversation is all about exploring the healthcare database administrator position. And I would like to start the conversation by saying this. Healthcare databases are the power sources for departments within a healthcare system. So they are the behind the scenes individuals that are protecting all of this highly sensitive information that we're collecting from our patients. So in this role, as a healthcare database administrator, you are responsible in really organizing, managing, storing, and retrieving data that is used by everybody in a healthcare organization, from their staff workers to their executives to their partner organizations like the laboratory if you are seeing patients, and just making sure that all of this information that is being exchanged through our electronic healthcare system that resides on a server is protected. So, as a healthcare database administrator, you really help organizations keep their data safe. So, think of yourself as the security personnel, a high paid security personnel who is protecting patient information as it's being collected, revenue data that can be collected, and if it was released, can really be used in a harmful way against your organization. Now, as a healthcare database administrator, you have a couple of areas of focus in your role. So the first thing is, of course, you're doing security planning. You'll also be doing database merging if it's required. You'll be creating new databases. And so the role keeps you really active as it relates to using your knowledge about the healthcare industry and your knowledge about information systems and databases. You're also working with software developers to help create servers that can protect the information that is coming in through your organization each and every day. And then, of course, you provide end users access to the database if needed. So in healthcare, and this is something to remember, when you're working in the healthcare industry, although you have access to the electronic health record system that is being used, you have access to it on a need to know basis. So in your role, if you are a nurse, you only have access to the clinical component of the EHR system, whereas a revenue cycle manager has access to the more of the administrative aspect of the system. But a healthcare database administrator has access to the whole system. Why? Because they are solely responsible for making sure that we protect this data that we're collecting as an organization. Now, as a healthcare database administrator, you have to be great at creating databases, of course, and database solutions, but also be great at preventing data breaches and security attack. And once again, as it relates to patient information, it is protected by law through HIPAA. So if we have a data breach, it's not something that an organization can take lightly. It is something that can really incriminate the organization. It can allow them to lose their core consumers, aka patients, and it can also allow them to close and go out of business because of the breach. And so, as a healthcare database administrator, although your role is more behind the scenes in the tech space, it is definitely needed in the industry. Now, let's explore the healthcare database administrator's job description in full detail. Now, some of the required things that a job may ask you to do as a healthcare database administrator, or also known as a health DBA. And when we say DBA in this case, not Doctor of Business Administration, but actually database administrator, you will be responsible for overseeing and maintaining the security measures of a company's database or databases, because you can have more than one. You're also responsible for monitoring and updating malware protection. So things like Norton on times a level 1,000 in this case, because we are overseeing a lot of information. So all this week I have been talking about technology roles in healthcare. And I talked about health information management systems analysts. I talked about health informatics. I talked about an EHR specialist. And all of these individuals really rely on the healthcare database administrator to make sure that they're securing the databases. And so as we are sharing information from one department to the next, that is secure. As we're sharing information from our organization to a third party vendor like LabCorp or Quest Diagnostics, that transaction is secure on the database. And so if you work in a remote position, oftentimes the organization will have to either give you access to their VPN, which is their virtual private network, because you don't want to be logging in from somewhere and can actually cause for an attack to happen into the system. So the healthcare database administrator is making sure that this communication that we probably do in our roles as other things in healthcare space, being a front desk personnel, or being a scheduler, or even being a physician, we take it for granted just how much goes into protecting our access to our EHR system and for us to conduct business as usual. Now, what are the responsibilities of a healthcare DBA? So, of course, you're extracting and loading data, but you're also ensuring that hardware and software are updated on a frequent basis or as need basis. You're preserving the data integrity. So, there's a lot that goes into this role. And if you are a person who would like to acquire a job into this space, you have to know that you always have to keep your mind on the thought that you're protecting, you're preventing, you're extracting all of the information that is being shared through this organization and its related systems. You also are ethically handling private data, which is including financial information that if it can be leaked out, it can really cause for the organization's competitors to really put them out of business, as well as patient information. So you in your role, although you're not seeing patients directly, you have to protect the information that is being collected when a patient is being seen at that facility. Now, some of the common skills that you should have as a healthcare database administrator includes having knowledge of data management and analytical tools, knowledge of servers and databases and the theories behind that. So this is why formalized education is important in this role. Also being aware of IT security practices, problem solving and critical thinking skills, because in the healthcare industry, there are two things that are definitive: change and mortality. And unfortunately, we hope we don't want any of our patients to die or our staff members to die. But as a healthcare DBA, you still have to manage that even to the end of a patient's life. How do we protect their information? And then installation and maintenance skills is also very important in this role. Now, typical healthcare database administrators' educational requirements includes having a bachelor's degree in computer science or management or information systems. Now, once again, a database administrator can work in many industries. Healthcare is just one specialty. But even in this role, you should have some knowledge about healthcare systems. And so, although the educational requirement is more computer science, management, and information systems, you should also take some courses or learn about the healthcare industry or gain experience to help you be able to effectively operate in this role. Having a master's is a plus and is often preferred these days. And you can have a master's in information and communication technology, database design and administration. That's another avenue. Applied information technology at the master's level. You can even get a business administration with a specialty in information systems. So there are a few degree pathways that you can take. Now, if you are a viewer who has like a alternative degree, like a master's in health administration or public health degree or a nursing degree, pharmacy degree, any type of other specialty degree, but you're shifting or pivoting into technology, it's always good to acquire some type of additional information or certification. So experience and certification will help you here. And I have a video that talks about certifications. I'll probably do another video since it was really popular on just different types of certifications that you can acquire as a healthcare professional. Now, if you are career pivoting into the being a healthcare database administrator, here are some certifications that can help you if you don't have a computer science degree or information management degree. So you can get the IBM Certified Database Administrator certification. You can get the Oracle Certified Professional, and the remaining types of certifications are here. This is not an exhaustive list. There are so many different types of cyber technology or information systems certifications that you can get that allows you to learn about the industry in relatively shorter time than just getting a full degree like a bachelor's, a master's, or even a doctorate in this space. Now, for my active job seekers who is very much interested in applying for a healthcare database administration role, an alternative name that they call a healthcare database administrator can be a medical database administrator. So if you're looking for job opportunities, don't just put in the search engine healthcare database administrator. Also put medical database administrator, and you may find job opportunities that suits your needs and that can make it easy for you to apply to. So I always like to share as much information so that you're well equipped on how to find these jobs and then to apply to them very quickly so that you can get hired hopefully quickly as well. Now, what is a typical salary for a healthcare database administrator? Now, this is a higher paying position in healthcare. And so the average salary across the US is about $77,000 annually. On the lower income tier, it's about $75,000 annually. On the upper income tier, it's about a six figure or higher position. So, like I said, this is a high earning position, and if you have the certs and you have healthcare experience, this can be a role that you can really thrive in and flourish and bloom and really create impact, because we need individuals that can help healthcare organizations protect their data. Now, what are the types of healthcare organizations that hire a healthcare database administrator? So, of course, hospitals, of course, outpatient clinics, but you also have IT consulting firms, you have healthcare consulting firms, and even the federal governmental agencies can also hire a healthcare DBA because it's all about protecting the information that is being collected and securing that information and finding new ways to constantly protect. Just think about it. As much as we put into just collecting this information, there are as many hackers trying to hack the system. And we've known for large organizations to get hacked before. One that comes to my mind is someplace that we often shop in, Target. You know, Target has had a couple of breaches in their security, and what it had meant to its consumers, putting their credit card information or debit card information at risk. So hackers are very real. Cyber attacks are very real. So in this role, you always have to keep abreast in protecting the data that we're collecting. And so many organizations, not just these that are listed on the screen, do have a need for healthcare database administrators. So, is a healthcare database administrator position right for you? This is always the $1 million question. And I will tell you, if you are an individual who has great analytical and database systems knowledge, then this role may definitely be right for you. So definitely check your experiences. Definitely check if you want to get some certifications. If this is a role that sounds really good to you, you're intrigued by tech, and you are more on the side of, I want to help or healthcare organizations protect the data that's being collected, and I encourage you to sign up and to even apply for a job like this. And let me know if you take my advice and you use it and you get the job. Let me know, because that always will warm my heart, because then it lets me know that what I'm sharing with you is effective. So, as per usual, I always want to thank you for tuning into today's video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. And until next time, bye for now.